All right, so now we want to review the first 3 jobs with a new subcontractor. And the first 3 jobs are the most important because it's a new subcontractor. You don't know how much you can trust them, and you don't want to, just like throw them in there and, risk screwing things up. And look, usually, if there's going to be problems, they'll usually happen in the first 3 jobs. But if there's not any problems, that doesn't mean there won't be later. There's contractors we've worked with for a few months, and then like a bunch of problems happen, and we had to get rid of them. So that'll happen too. Just like that would happen with employees, or painters, or anybody. Like, welcome to this industry, all right? So the game here is to ongoingly keep working on leveling up your team, so you've got a great team. So typically on the first job that we do with them, we want to meet them at the job site daily, all right? So what we'd be doing daily is on the first day, you're just reviewing the contract in the job folder. So this kind of setting expectations, like, all right, John, so this is, here's an outline of, like, here's a job folder, so here's everything we need. You can see the notes are on the back. Here's the deposit amount. Here's the balance amount, because I'm going to collect the balance with you on the first 2 jobs, but then, you'll be just collecting the final check, all right? So just kind of reviewing the contract in the folder and everything that goes on that folder. And then we set up kind of future expectations. So, yeah, man, so I just want to walk you around the house just to show you like how this folder corresponds to like how they expect the job to be done, because obviously we need to make sure our communication is clear all the way through. So let's just take a walk around the house, and we walk around the house and just show them like, hey, so areas like this, scrape center prime them, areas like this is how we do it, and you're just training them on, hey, here's just the general expectations. And then the next couple days, you're just meeting in and you're checking up on the work. Hey man, just want to do a quick walkthrough. So look, you're not here mostly. You're here for like 30 minutes a day at the most. Like, you're not spending a lot of time here. And then you're checking in with a phone call at the end of the day to the contractor and the customer. Just checking in. So you're kind of overseeing this job in the morning and at the end of the day. In the morning there and at the end of the day on the phone. And then at the end of the job, you schedule the final walk around. So like second to last day, if we know we're finishing the job tomorrow, we call the customer, we set up a time that we know we'll be done by to do the final walk around, and we meet with the contractor and the customer and do the final walkthrough, hit any touch-ups, collect the final check. So then the second job, we wean off a little bit more. So on this one, we're not going to go daily. We're just going to go on the first day and the last day. So the first day, again, to set expectations, walk around the house, and maybe make a couple adjustments from the first job. Hey, that first one went really smooth. We just got to adjust this thing. Hey, I know the paint store can be slow in the morning, so I'm not going to tell customers an exact time anymore for you. I'm going to give them a time range. You just got to tell me that, when you think you'll be there, and I'll give you like a little cushion behind that. So you're setting expectations, and then on the last day, you want to show up for the final walk around with the customer, but you want to show up 1 to 2 hours before it to review the job. Okay? Because one thing you never want to do with customers is tell them the job's done and then walk them around and it's not done, because you lose their trust, and then they start to look way closer at the house, and you can nitpick houses into the ground. And if you already run a painting business, you've seen it, where like there's jobs when they get to a certain point, they can never be done. The customer just will never be happy. They start looking at the straightness of lines that can't possibly be any straighter. They start nitpicking so excruciatingly detailed that like it's just unreasonable and unrealistic. But that happens usually it happens because we say this job is done when it's clearly not done. There's definitely things that need to be improved. So the other thing we do is we set expectations. Cool, hey man, so next time you're going to be doing the final walk around. I'll just meet you at the job. So then we get to the third job and we just meet them on the first day. Review the contract, you're going to do the final walkthrough. You're collecting the check at the end. So review the folder. You're going to review, kind of the process through the job. And when they're done, at the end of both of these jobs, right when you collect the final balance, you hand your painter a check right there. Hand it to them right there. Go straight to the bank and deposit yours. They can go to the bank and deposit theirs. And then on this one, the process, so like they collect the check, they bring it to you, and you guys swap checks. Or they can go straight to your bank, deposit it for you, and you can deposit theirs, or some version of that. You'll kind of figure out what your systems are. We have a slightly different system with every subcontractor, depending on where they're located and all that kind of stuff. So you can see it's a very slow, methodical process, just weaning them off. So it's a daily check-in, making sure they're delivering the jobs appropriately, they know how the final walk-around goes. Then here, making sure they're doing a really good job before the final walk-around and setting expectations for the next one. And then we're just getting them started and saying, awesome. All right, so the next time, man, you know, starting here after this, you just meet them every Monday, you give them their job folders, and you guys talk every day just to manage their schedule and make sure they're staying on track. And that's about it. So some of the issues that come up is if people are negotiating prices. Well, actually, we're gonna cover issues, troubleshooting, and stuff like that in another video. So I'll save that for that.